Welcome to webbikeworld.com. This is the fourth video in our special series introducing the new Rev'it Gore-Tex clothing line for fall and winter of 2010. This is part 2 of the Rev'it Everest GTX jacket video with a close-up of some of the details of this jacket. Please visit webbikeworld.com for the full story about the new Rev'it Gore-Tex motorcycle clothing line, including many detailed photos and much more. Jordan Levitt, the Director of Operations for Rev'it USA, will describe some of the details on the new top-of-the-line Rev'it Everest GTX jacket. For more details, photos, and the full preview of the new Rev'it Gore-Tex motorcycle clothing product line, please visit webbikeworld.com. Thanks for watching.
So, in the Everest jacket, the outer shell of the jacket is using two different materials that are made in cooperation with DuPont and Gore. The first and the most important material is Armacore, and it's very difficult to see when looking at it, but Armacore is actually a Kevlar woven ripstop nylon. It's very, very light, and it's really easy on the touch, but the actual warp and weft in the ripstop is a Kevlar woven thread. So what that means is that you get the strength of Kevlar without the normal harshness and stiffness that comes in a Kevlar garment. The standard material that you see in the jacket is simply a good quality DuPont Cordura with the Gore-Tex membrane directly laminated to it. This jacket uses what Gore calls Gore Pro Shell, and what Pro Shell means is that the membrane that keeps you waterproof is actually directly laminated to the outer fabric. It then has another protective coating of material on the inside of it, and that's all seam taped together. I can even show you a little bit of a detail on the interior of how that works via this little inspection pocket that we have here. So what you see here is actually the Gore-Tex membrane itself, which is part of the outer fabric. So in comparison with every other type of membrane and every other type of construction, this construction is the most complicated and expensive to manufacture, and it also provides the best waterproofing with the least amount of soaking. Anytime you have a removable membrane or a free-floating membrane, the outer fabric can soak up quite a bit of water, but that doesn't happen with the Gore-Tex Pro Shell. Yeah, and this one is actually a removable collar, so you can see. So, like the removable inner lining, we have a removable tri-fleece collar, so you can really vary the warmth that you need based on your combination of inner lining. Is an X-Skin Air inner lining. It's much more plush than the inner lining that we've used on other Rev'it products. You can see a bit of fleece on the interior as well as the normal quilting. And we basically did that if somebody's going to spend the money for a top quality product with the Gore-Tex membrane, we wanted to make sure that the entire experience was a high quality experience. So small details that you may or may not notice or appreciate are things like the fleecy interior, the contour colored zippers. All of these things are just something that we do exclusively in our Gore-Tex line to differentiate the product and just to let you know that you have something that's a little bit special.
So that's closing it.
I'll also show you about the self-healing properties of the zipper. If you close the zipper, normally if you break a zipper open, you could find it's pretty much done, right? So, not that it's easy to do, but if you break the zipper open, it's self-healing. So you simply move it back to the bottom and then up to the top again, and it's completely sealed. You don't lose any of the properties of the zipper. It's also highly flexible, so you don't have the problem with breaking teeth that you would have with a traditional zipper. With this extra little waterproof hood we put in here, it completely encloses the head to make sure that you can't get water in even at the head. You'll also notice that we have a unique construction in our side cinch, and this allows for a really nice adjustment because the side moves as a whole. So when you V-shaped strap, it means that your adjustment kind of folds the whole jacket along the center seam or along the side seam. Makes it much more comfortable than if you have a single strap that just bunches up the jacket in that area. And you'll also notice that we've added stretch material, which is fully gore-tex membrane stretch material in the back along the sides of the back protector, as well as in the back of the elbow. And this really enhances the comfort level, allows you to get a tighter fit in the jacket, which will flap less, but offers quite a bit of extra stretch. You can also see the additional exit vent on the back. We don't need to use a lockout zipper in this vent because there's no pressure in this area, so the water simply moves down the back of the jacket.